Good morning. This is your media report for Monday, February 6, 2017. I'm Sergeant Chuck Breen, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. Since the 3rd of February 2017, St. John Police have responded to 328 calls for service. We'd like to hear from anyone that has any information concerning any of our calls or investigations. We can be reached at 506-648-3333 or at our email, police@stjohn.ca. Or you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or on their website at crimenb.ca. On Friday evening at 7:30 p.m., the St. John Police Integrated Street Crime Unit, consisting of members of the St. John Police Force, Kennebecasis Regional Police Service, and the RCMP, executed a search warrant on a residence on St. George Street. Police seized 3 long guns, a revolver, various types of ammunition, and a small amount of explosives. As a result, police arrested 2 males, ages 47 and 32, who were released to appear in court on a later date. The Street Crime Unit was assisted by members of the St. John Police Force Emergency Tactical Services Team, which consists of members of the St. John Police Force and the Kennebecasis Regional Police Service. On Friday night at 1:05 a.m., St. John Police received a call of a robbery at a residence on Carlton Street. Police were advised by the victim that he had met a female online and had invited her to his residence. Once there, the female led another female into the residence, and at that point they assaulted the victim. They took jewelry and some prescription pills and fled the apartment on foot. Police searched the area and located 2 females matching the description of the suspects. As a result, police arrested 2 females, ages 16 and 17 years old, for robbery. They were held to appear in court. On Saturday afternoon at 12:50 p.m., St. John Police received a call from Fredericton Parole Services. They advised that they had suspended the parole of a male who was in St. John and had issued a warrant for his arrest. As a result, police attended a residence on Blair Street and arrested a 27-year-old male for a violation of his parole. He was turned over to the Sheriff's Department and transported to a federal correctional facility. On Saturday afternoon, St. John Police received a call of a theft at the Giant Tiger on Prince Edward Street. Police were advised by staff that a female had been in the store, placed a number of items in a bag she was carrying, and then exited the store without paying for the items. Police searched the area and located a female matching the description of the suspect. As a result, police arrested a 36-year-old female for theft. Further investigation revealed that the female was on a court order to keep the peace and be a good behavior. She was also charged for a violation of her court order. The suspect was held to appear in court. On Saturday evening at 6:15 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of a motor vehicle accident on Loch Lomond Road. Police were advised that a 58-year-old male had been crossing the road and was struck by an oncoming vehicle. The victim was transported to the St. John Regional Hospital, where he was treated for serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Neither speed or alcohol were considered as a factor in the accident. The male was not crossing in a crosswalk at the time he was struck. This matter is under investigation by the St. John Police Force. On Saturday night at 9:30 p.m., St. John Police responded to a call of a theft at the Walmart on Westmoreland Road. Police were advised by staff that a female had come into the store, selected a number of items, and then left the store without paying for them. Store security detained the female, however she left the store prior to police arriving. Police searched the surrounding area and located a female matching the description of the suspect. As a result, police arrested a 23-year-old female for theft. She was released to appear in court on a later date. On Sunday night at 3:59 a.m., St. John Police responded to Roxbury Drive for a dispute between neighbors. While at the scene, an intoxicated female came out of her apartment into the hallway and began yelling and swearing. Officers asked the female to quiet down and go back into her apartment. However, she refused and continued yelling and swearing. As a result, police arrested a 41-year-old female for a breach of peace. She was transported to the St. John Police Station, where she was lodged in cells. This will conclude the media report for Monday, February 6, 2017. Have a great day, and remember, let's be careful out there.